I'm a history teacher and in my class, 12-13 yo, there's this little prick that always makes a lot of noise, keeps touching and messing with other kids and employees, and makes mean, racist jokes about everyone. He is constantly trying to make my life, and the life of his classmates hell thinking he is funny or something. And he is a bully. Yesterday he destroyed his group project, causing everyone in his group to fail. Although I'm giving more time for the rest of his group to remake all of their lost work, I already tried calling his mom. The bitch defends her precious son, that would never do such bad things, he's such a sweetie. Today I was walking to the teacher's room to grab my coffee, and I saw the kid being dragged to a corner. I knew what was going on the moment I saw it, and I just ignored what I saw and kept going my way. The kid got roughed up and had to go home early, while every soul at the class is silent shut about any suspects. But I believe that everyone in the class knew about this for some time now. I personally feel no remorse, nor I plan to advance or help on the investigation. I just pretend nothing happened and gave my lecture as always. No remorse, but I can't change the flare edit. Some more information. I am a Brazilian, and this school is a very small and poor one in the bad part of Rio de Janeiro. We do not have most of the resources, be it money or professionals or the policies that you commenters have suggested to me. I know I was the asshole in this situation. I won't let this shit happen again, nor will I praise anyone that took part on this, but this is a confession subreddit, and I confess that it felt good. Also, the kid is fine, they hit him in the belly and arms, and obviously I won't let that happen again. The school is giving him extra care and attention.
Talk smack, get smacked. Best education public schools can teach you.
Let us hope he doesn't shoot up his class.
Yeah, but kids who needed their ass beat and received it often can also turn out to be shitty adults. Life is strange.
I mean, it's not okay, but I feel you. Just make sure it doesn't happen again or the kid can get traumatized. Even if you don't like him as a teacher, you should.
Still try your hardest to help and guide him on the right.
We just need the right amount of beatings.
Yep, I went to a private school, but this one kid raped a girl that I was tangentially friends with.
And her friends beat the shit out of him.
Well, I know some stories where people didn't deserve it and were just picked on for being different.
Right, it's like I would have done the same thing probably.
But that's why I am not a teacher. Whatever beating those girls did was justified but would never be.
Enough to outweigh the shit he did. I like this confession.
But he was victimized, but we're not saying you can have the opinion that it was justified, but he was the victim of the beating. Him getting beat up can make issues even worse, potentially turning him violent later in life as a teacher. You are responsible for student safety. This was quite irresponsible in my opinion.
If you were not responsible enough to stop a 12-year-old from getting
beat up, then you shouldn't be a teacher. We are humans too.
Nothing ever happens.
Sounds like you guys are planning a beating for him too.
He clearly has issues at home. I am actually kinda shocked at the response of the group beating of a young child. Really, not the fuck Reddit. Have you tried speaking to him?
Justice is a good that is always in demand. If it cannot be obtained legitimately, it will be manufactured and distributed on the street.
it was just a child. Nobody deserved to be beat up. You
were the adult in that situation.
I completely agree. I believe he completely failed his duty as a teacher.
Sounds like you need to hit her more. I notice you made this about adults beating up kids and not kids beating up someone that has been tormenting.
And for a while, while adults do nothing.
Chad should get banned.
When it comes down to it, this was a child who needed guidance.
Apparently more than most because of his acting out, and he got thrown to the wolves and given up on.
Everyone liked that. Not saying I don't believe you, no wait, yeah I don't believe you.
Seriously, people like this infuriate me if the only way you feel you can get
Your point across to a child is physical harm you have.
fucking failed as a parent.
Now we keep our shootings in the streets, not in the schools.
This story might not be from the States and most other countries. Don't let children have guns.
A mom could very easily defend and abuse her child.
Don't I spoke to other teachers in the room and
We'll give him special attention.
low just in our minds whenever he pokes our eyes again. I have a shirt with this on it, my wife hate it.
Yeah, it's the teacher's fault, the kid is horrible, and the teacher has no meaningful form of
Recourse totally on the teacher, not the parents or anything.
When the river runs red, take the dirt road instead. Has also taught the rest of the class that it is okay to resort to violence. Calls the ones you hear about are the ones people agree with, admittedly someone getting bullied for petty reasons isn't as topical as someone getting bullied because they were an asshole.
If it smells like trout, stay the hell out.
he needs more beatings, and he needs less beatings. The beating was given ultimately for punishment and retribution, not for making.
The moms are outweighing the shit he had already done.
You're a pretty shitty human, it's literally part of your job at Zingler. Contact, do the public a favor and resign. While people are less likely to go around telling the story of how they beat up some kid who didn't deserve it.
With the shirt.
I don't know why this made me laugh so much.
It is worse area in Brazil, kids gonna come with the tech.
What do you expect to happen? The kid gets beaten up, decides to stop being annoying, and starts getting along with his classmates who beat him up.
I appreciate that story, though try to put some fake effort in it, or
you'll all get new looks by your colleagues.
You're a terrible teacher. Not all bullies come from shit homes.
Society unconsciously carries out judgment.
Jesus, that was poetic.
Getting beaten builds character, people trying to rationalize that their parents beat them.
Bravo, that shit got me. That's fucking insanity. The kid wasn't violent, he was mean and disruptive, jumping and beating him isn't reciprocal justice.
Kids who need their ass beat never got the proper life. Growing up to not be an asshole.
To be honest, I think cop is a people doing exactly this. 30 seconds browsing their profile strongly suggests that they are a child.
If this happened in anywhere but Brazil, I would agree with him, but since we live here we know how hard it is for teachers. My mother's one, they won't believe her.
shit kids do here.
There are so many studies done by people much smarter than you that show children who experience spankings have higher rates of emotional and
Psychological issues. Your anecdote does not matter.
You're it us almost as if the beatings didn't help. Shocking, I know.
Because she gets paid enough to deal with this shit.
Or Amethyst Hole has ruined this phrase for me.
yeah, by literal definition he was victimized.
Definitely something going on at home for him to be behaving this way. Kids don't just develop
These types of personalities without some environmental influences or
You can have home issues and still know when you're being a little prick.
I can tell you, what you were not supposed to do you weren't supposed to.
Contribute to the assault of a minor.
Seems pretty fake. If it's not fake, you're a piece of shit. Your
job is to teach the students and keep them safe, even the ones you don't like.
Sounds Batman. Why?
HTTPS or a GIF. Not us Corolla's classmates are probably off-duty cops.
4th grade for me.
I tell myself that these people don't realize that they're retaking
The side of literal child abuse and neglect if they heard the story. From the other side they'd be slower to support it.
Oh, I know I am the asshole, my friend, and that's why I posted this here on
Confession instead of AITA, and it felt good. That only seems like temporary protection good on the principle though.
The most relevant comment ever.
Beat them as adults.
You're probably right. This website is a pretty shit place sometimes post-like.
These tend to bring out the old people.
You should be fired. As a parent whose kid has been dealing with a post like this for years, I like this confession.
Greater than not necessarily cases like yours where it's very uncalled for, but I have to admit some people behave in ways that attract bullying.
Which needs help. The people who do the bullying need help.
Exactly the thinking of a 6th grader.
I live in a very poor third world country. We simply have no resources that you bring up. This is not okay. The kid probably has problems either going on at
Fundamentally, it is your duty as a teacher to protect students. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That or he just got motivated to grab his father's gun one morning.
Being a jerk is legal, assault is not. Made of dynamite.
That kid got some guidance. He learned that being an asshole has consequences. Just explain to me this. How are you better than a Nazi?
He sounds like he was humbled.
Well, in that case, neither is destroying somebody else's property. How many to beat the lesbians out of me?
For real, people like this give us all a bad name. Glad to know shit teachers exist all over the world. As someone who is constantly bullied in front of teachers who
Said nothing, I can genuinely say fuck you, you're scum. You should be proud of the fact that you have a class of non-snitches.
Kid deserved to have his ass beat.
Nobody deserves to be beaten. Nobody. There are other punishments. ID.
Never be comfortable with anyone. If I know I do get beaten if I did.
Enough wrong things. Downvote galore.
The British and superior one is chat shit get banged. About 69 beatings. It's almost like we don't know and shouldn't assume. What's so super weird about kids fantasizing about the bullies getting
bullied seems a completely normal thing for a kid or anyone really. On top of this, it shouldn't be the student's job to correct
Shitty behavior. Punishment in schools may not be swift,
but in the long run it can be effective.
I was a student who turned into that kind of asshole because I was regularly attacked by bullies. Teachers like you suck every kind of dick.
You're a piece of shit.
That is pretty shitty of you. Now I bet all the other teachers feel the same.
This kid did try to shit on my desk once.
I got 2K upvotes for it on a deleted post, and I'll say it again.
Ass whoopings are universal language.
Wrapped around his fist.